Hi guys, welcome to Friday. I'm Marie. Oh my goodness, it's so great to see you. It has been forever. Thank you for joining me. Guys, I am Deborah Harrison with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs, and I am so delighted that you're going to be crafting with me. As you hop on, say hello. Let me know who is on here with me. I always love to see who is joining me each Friday. Now, today we're going to be doing another project with the True Beauty Bundle. So I'm really excited to share this with you because the True Beauty Bundle is the focus for my September Sweet Creations Club. I'll tell you about that here at the end. But let me go on ahead and I'm going to turn my camera down and I'm going to show you the project for today. I see more of you are hopping on. Hi, Jeanne. How are you? I see somebody else, but they don't have a name. It just says Facebook user. All right, so let me go ahead and position this. So we are going to be making a pop-up card. Really simple, easy card to make. And here on the back, got a little bit where we can write a message to our recipient. And the nice thing about this is we can lay it flat to mail to the person we want to send it to. Really simple card. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to share with you what we're going to be using. I shared this with you last week, but this is the True Beauty Bundle. It has the stamp set and then it has this large set of dies. And so that is what we're going to use today, as well as the charming sentiments. I chose not to use the sentiments from the True Beauty stamp set, but instead use the thank you from this stamp set instead. So this is a great sentiment set if you're looking for just a nice variety. And what's lovely about this one is it has all these awesome dies where you can actually cut out your sentiments. Like we have been needing a sentiment set like this, and I love it. All right, so here is, I remember I was telling you last week how beautiful this stamp set produced, the images that it produces when you stamp. This is actually a piece of the designer series paper that you can die cut out with your dies. And it's really cool. I love this. Actually, I'm just showing you a section here. And you can die cut that. Anyway, there's several that you can die cut out. But if you noticed, here are some images that I actually stamped. And they are just so similar to the designer series paper that it's beautiful. And in fact, I have a really fun game for you this afternoon. I'm going to need to set it up, but I'm going to I'm going to die cut out some from the designer series paper and some that I stamped. And I want to see if you can tell the difference once they're die cut. So it's going to be a fun game. And I'm going to select a winner from the correct answers to send today's project to you in the mail. That's if you're in the United States. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's project. Hello, Cynthia. Thank you for joining us. All right, so as you know, when you're on my email list, you will get tomorrow afternoon, I email it at 3 o'clock Central Time, the project sheet for today's project. And it includes all of the measurements as well as the supplies that I used, so that and with some pictures so that you know how to recreate this project. So if you're not on my email list, go look here in this post and you can see how to sign up and opt in to get the project sheet each week, as well as my event notifications and any promotions that I have going on. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the project today. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with a piece of Blushing Bride cardstock. Now, this piece measures 4 1/4 by 10 1/2. So it's almost a half a piece of cardstock, but it's not quite as long. So we snipped off a 1/2 inch here. And then we have score lines. Let me burnish those a little bit so you can see them a little better. We have score lines at 1 1/4, then again at 2 1/2, 3 3/4, and then 5 inches. And so what that is going to do is that is going to create that tube here for our pop-up. And so we're going to burnish each of these score lines. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take glue on this last panel and we're going to adhere it to our card base. Now, what I like to do is I like to lay this flap down, and then I'm going to just lay it like this. So as you see, it's just kind of flat, And when I do that, we get a nice, crisp, perfectly squared off box. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our designer series paper. Now this is from the Awash and Beauty designer series paper. And this piece measures 4 by 4. And we're going to glue it right here on that large section. And then we're going to take another piece of the designer series paper, this little green print. And this piece measures 1 by 4 inches. And so that's just going to be glued right here onto the front of our tube. Oh, I see we got people from Indiana. Marie is in Virginia. All right, so go ahead and let's glue that on right here at the top. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take, this is from the Stylish Shapes die set, and I just cut out a big circle in thick basic white. It actually has some stitching around the edge. And then what I did is I kind of did a mixture. Some are stamped from the True Beauty bundle, and some are die cut. And I also I took a little piece of vellum and I die cut out a little berry branch right there. Hello from France. Oh, awesome. Thank you for joining me. Love it. We are international people. That's awesome. All right, before I do any of my gluing on, I want to do some stamping. Remember that charming sentiment stamp that I told you about? We're going to take that thank you and we're going to stamp in Granny Apple Green. That is the only stamping I'm doing today because you have an option for the elements in from the True Beauty stamp set. You can either stamp them or you can die cut them from the designer series paper. So however you want to do that is up to you. I chose to do a mixture. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stamp the thank you off here on the right. So that gives me plenty of room on the left to add all our pretty flowers. So let's see. First thing I'm going to do is I actually cut this from the designer series paper. As you can tell, it's part of a sheet. It's not complete, but that's okay because I don't need, this part won't show. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue. And we're going to glue this on right here. And then I'm going to pop up with dimensionals. Let's do this one first. Let's do our rose first. And then we're going to add to that right here. And then we're going to add the 5-petal flower. We're going to pop it up with the dimensional. That's the only 2 times I've used dimensionals on these flowers. And then I'm going to put that flower there. This piece is going to actually be glued on. This is one of the leaves. I did 2 leaves. And this is going to tuck under here. Now, before I do this last leaf, though, I want to make sure that I don't impede on where, on the bottom of my tube here. So I'm going to lay my tube flat, and I'm going to put this where I think I would like it. And then I'm going to try to figure out where I want that last set of leaves to go. There we go. I think that will work. Because if I put them too low, when you go to close or lay it flat, it may stick out past and be difficult when you pop it up. All right, so we're going to put that there. And then this last piece is the vellum. Now, I don't need all of this vellum. I only need just the tiny little top part. So I'm going to just snip off, just tear off a section there. Let's see if you can see that. I'll throw that away. I don't need it. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here. And we're going to tuck that under. So it's popping out between my leaves. Now here we want to put this onto our tube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and I'm only going to put dimensionals on the lower 1/3. All right. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's lay this flat. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just adhere it onto our tube. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to take a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white cardstock. I'm going to add a coordinating strip of the designer series paper. This measures 3/4 by 4 inches, and I'm going to glue it on. And then I'm going to glue on, just going to put it right down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to glue on one of the flowers that I stamped from the stamp set. We're just going to put that right there in the corner, just to give it a really pretty little accent color there in the back. And then we're going to glue it right here on the back. Now, the next step, this is where you kind of want to stop. What we're going to do next is we're going to add some of the, where did I put them? Oh, I forgot. Here they are. The Elegant Gems, and they're really beautiful, but when you go to write, it's going to be bumpy. So I encourage you, write your message first, or kind of set this off to the side, write your message and before you glue it on. Otherwise, all those bumpies, you may have very wiggly writing on your message. So just do that first, and I think you will be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this onto the back. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to bling it up here on the front. Now, in this package of the Elegant Faceted Gems, there's a clear, there's kind of a pink, and then there's white. I'm actually going to take the pink and I'm going to add some here onto the front. And I'm going to lay it flat so that when my recipient first sees it, I'll be able to see what they're seeing. Actually, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I think I'm going to put that down there. And then I'm going to put one here and then one right there. Let's see if you can see that real pretty bling. So it just really gives a really pretty sparkle to the card. So that is the project for today. Super, super simple. Hello, Myrtle. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Love it. All right. So guys, if you enjoyed this project, I would love if you were to share this post with your friends. I do want to let you know what I have coming up, and also too about next week. So you have a heads up what's coming and what's going to happen next Friday. Now, I do have my Sweet Creations Club. I gave you a project idea last week using the seasonal labels dies to make a treat box. And then today we made this really fun pop-up card. But with the September Sweet Creations Club, there's going to be 5 more project ideas for you. So lots of opportunities to use that beautiful bundle. You can either subscribe monthly to my Sweet Creations Club and get every project kit that I do, do the project kits each month for the $39, and you can earn club perks. Or if you would like, you can just try out a kit. I do have a link there if you want to try the Tree Beauty Kit. You would need to sign up by September 5th, though, to be able to reserve that kit. The project kits will ship out by September 15th. And guys, I have Stampin' Bunko next month. We play Bunko online with Zoom every single month, usually the 3rd Tuesday of the month. It is going to be on Tuesday, September 20th from 6 to, I say 9 p.m., but it's roughly, we're trying to finish about 8:30 Central Standard Time. So if you're in a different time zone, do the math there. And it includes we're going to do 2 projects, a card and a treat holder. And it includes an embellishment and the Bunko games for Stampin' Up! Product prizes. Now, the one thing that I really want you to, I want to let you know about is my Halloween mystery craft box. I am doing this with a team member of mine, Nathan Spear. He and I finalized the designs earlier this week. And so on August 31st, I'm going to send an email to those on my email list to give them advanced registration opportunity. Now, for those who are not on my email list, I will post the registration for the general public on September 2nd. So make sure that you sign up, that you're signed up for my email list so that you get advance notice, because our mystery boxes are probably one of my most popular kits that I do during the year. And I don't want you to miss it because I do have a limited number of those. Now, to tell you, next week I will not be here. I am going to a leaders convention with Stampin' Up! Next week, so I'm not going to be here next Friday. So since I won't see you till September 2nd, I want to remind you about our starter kit promotion. Do not forget, if you have not joined Stampin' Up! Before, it's really easy to do, and it's a lot of fun. It's great to be part of a community of stampers and save some money on your Stampin' Up! Purchases. That's like a real benefit. So you can join with a celebration promotion through the end of August. And when you do that, you're going to get some freebies from Stampin' Up! And I want to show those with you, show you what they are. It is this beautiful planner. It probably measures roughly about 8 by 10, 8 by 9, and just a gorgeous planner with some little sticker sheets, some inserts, lots of really pretty inserts. And you've got even more. I couldn't even fit them all. There were so many. We have a whole nother package of inserts that I can use, as well as the I can't speak today, notebooks, and the Making Plans stamp set. So make sure if you have ever considered joining Stampin' Up! That you go ahead and take advantage of this amazing promotion. And I would love for you to be part of my Simply Sweet Stampers team and enjoy all the team perks that we also get to enjoy. All right, guys, so that is it today. I will see y'all in 2 weeks. So thank you so much for joining me, and y'all have a wonderfully blessed weekend and blessed next week. Take care. Bye, guys.